know. I kind of want to say team spirit a little bit, but DK has looked really good, and Jabs is pretty sick when he gets broken heroes.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, but yeah, we saw yesterday, at least on this stream, first pick DK was pretty much winning every game. See if that's going to be the case here. Our Spirit got a way to beat it. Let's get ourselves in this first game of the 2-game series. As we mentioned beforehand, Spirit, they need to get the 2 wins if they want to guarantee and secure them themselves moving forward. And Aurora, they just need 1. Either way, even if the teams don't get the results they need from this series, there's still a chance they move forward because it will be in the hands of the results of other matches going on right now. A very important series.
I think determining factors in this one definitely going to be how Collapse starts out his game, because there's a reason why we don't see this hero all too often, right? And he is going to lane versus an Undying, so can be a bit of a, like, sure, he doesn't have a control spell, which is something that can be a bit tough for an Ice Stalker if you're just getting like locked down and in that laning stage, but he's able to just keep decaying you, so probably just going to be doing a lot of creep shenanigans, I would guess, between Collapse and Mira.
The battle begins.
So they were, oh yeah, Ollie, easy grab.
That's
See how to
3.
step up and take that, no interruptions. They'll start off with the 3 bounties, Aurora.
Yeah, 23 will take that on the Elk. Thank you very much.
Let's see how well he's able to do in the lane.
Nice.
This
This
a bit of a
I
tough
like.
one.
I think
do
they're
we
going
got?
to keep this set up because, I mean, the Mirana with the Nagatar makes a lot of sense, obviously. I mean, you have a little cheeky combo, but I also think that the Pugna in this situation versus the Undying, right? Like, and that's just, I'm going to be harassing because he wants to keep Ollie away from Collapse. And you're so fast, like, instead of having to use leaps on the Mirana, you can literally just run as Pugna. Like, what are you going to do? Waste all your decays on me?
Yeah, this is definitely a much tougher lane for the Undying to play, as you say, with that switch up.
He's so annoying, Pugna.
And in the lane, yeah, we'll see how the CS goes, but Collapse should be able to do pretty fine here if it's left as sort of a 1v1 with Ollie's attention being drawn away by Maposhka.
I mean, 6 armor to start with as well right now for Collapse, so very good versus a physical damage spell like Concoction being chucked out at you. Mid lane going evenly. I mean, it's Puck versus Kunko. We're not expecting anything too wild here. Pretty unlikely you're going to see a kill. Sometimes the balance could shift if there's some deaths in the side lanes and someone's getting a little bit of help on the bottle refill or something, but not expecting too much. And meanwhile, down bottom.
On top, they're going to look for Maposhka. They're going with the blood grenade and the concoction, but he's just too speedy.
He's a lean,
keep
mean,
chasing
green
him.
running machine.
Oh, he really is. Not easy for these two to deal with. It was a good effort with the attempt to burst in, but yeah, just not quite enough damage at this point to kill the Pugna.
Does Pugna eat? Like, would
No, I
Pugna
don't-
eat like a mango, or like, does it just fall into a void of nothingness? Like, is
I
there a
think it
stomach
does,
in
yeah.
there?
No. He's dead, isn't he?
No. I guess so. But yet, one of his spells is I guess he just eats life. That's what he sustains himself on with his ulti. So until he's level 6, he must be very hungry with all this running.
That's true. He's quite a fit young lad here, jogging about the spot.
A lot of calories he's burning.
Dire's turret has been killed.
We've got the courier down bottom. That's all right. And his lane so far has definitely proven to be the toughest. A little less of an easy start on the last hit. That's he's expected to be the case. Nobody wants to lane against the Dragon Knight in this patch.
Laurel had a nice torrent mid, and then he was trying to be a bit cheeky, and he missed a CS waiting for his Tidebringer to come back, because this is the part that you don't like as Puck versus Kunkka for sure. Trying to deal with this Tidebringer on the earlier levels.
There it is.
Meanwhile, that's my
They
bad.
get him with the dive. I mean, they drop the tombstone. They just go straight for him. Unlikely to get Maposhka as well, but it doesn't matter. Taking out Collapse, absolutely the bigger of the two.
Radiant's top tower is under
Pushing the
attack.
wave in as well. Good chance there to just go immediately as soon as they saw that chance to drop the tombstone and dive.
Oh, and I believe with that decrep onto the Undying, he also got the kill on the tombstone too. So Maposhka at least get something back. Backing it up there is down bottom. There is 2 points in the scatter blast. Beautiful shot there from Q into the fire breath, getting some solid harassment on these two, but still no opportunities for a kill.
Yeah, that burst from the two is going to scale up though. I don't think this is going to get any more fun really for Yatora and Mira down here laning against this DK snap lane. It's not an easy one. Jabs is pretty much going to get free farm and a lot of denies here as the DK.
Jeez, I tell you, Laryl though, with the way he played this out earlier, he has not needed to purchase up the bottle or anything yet. He had it queued up, and then he's just like, wait, I'm kind of crushing. I'm going to get 2 bracers. Like, I have 7 HP regen. I'm just going to do my thing right now. He really wants to cement his control in this lane, and he hasn't managed to pull away quite yet, but I'm sort of expecting it to happen over the next couple minutes.
Yeah, Lauren doing his best there. Honestly, I think it's impressive that he has managed to keep up the way he has, because this, I've seen pucks get completely dumpstered before by Kunkers. Like,
yeah,
you just take a couple too many Tidebringer hits and the lane is miserable.
Yeah, that's all it takes. It can go very bad, very fast.
I'm going to see a bit of movement from Q.
Yeah.
Looks like he wants to try and make his way maybe up towards the top.
They kind of recognize that Yadro has made his way into the jungle for the faster farms, so he's free to move.
Yeah, there's no point messing around with this lane anymore with this Dragonite Jabs just denying every creep. 16 denies. That's not a lane you want to waste your time in as a carry. At least for Yatora, in this area around the jungle, it's a point of the game where he's going to be completely undisturbed. So a lot of space for him there.
Jabs loses it on that one. You see Mira take the healing blows, but like, what are they gonna do though? Like, this is just gonna be a giant DK.
It is going to be a free farm DK. It's hard to sort of see the point early on, at least, where they're going to be able to do anything about him. But maybe that's sort of in the game plan. You know, Spirit, they're like, you know what? We're just going to ignore the Dragon Knight, get the farm up themselves, which they are at the moment. You know, all 3 cores are farming perfectly fine as well on Spirit's side.
Mira.
To bottom.
Nice. That is one interesting thing here, though, is that he is just playing the lane as Mira, because Yadaro's not here. He's getting the XP. He's even grabbing a couple of the last hits when he can, because he has this leap, and like you just saw, with the level 1 Dragon Tail, you actually don't have time for the cookie combo.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And now, Mira's even thinking about contesting for this Wisdom Rune. He's got 1 leap left.
Oh, he's in.
Oh, he's going.
Oh, he's not going to get it, though. And he will almost certainly pay with his life. As you said, that was the last leap. Maybe he can get a deny to the neutrals. No, not going to happen. Cookie in. Oh, he's going to try.
Wait.
Get the neutrals. Oh, but Q. Well played there. Holds the final hit in to make sure he gets the last hit on Mira, gets the kill, and he'll happily die to the neutrals after to get the reset on the health and mana. Well played by Q.
Yeah, very well done. No worries at all. I mean, at least Mira grabbed his courier, so there was a little bit of blood on both sides there. And Jabs will, of course, immediately do DK things by applying pressure with the Dragon Breath onto this tower. Or what do we call it? Corrosive damage. Ah, yes.
Is under
of course.
Radiant are scanning.
I would just call it Corrosive Breath. Okay, I'm not crazy.
It's super hard to sort of get them off this tower. Mira, really just watch for now, especially with Ollie here. Level 2 Tombstone, they're ready to dive if an opportunity arises. TPs are going to come in. They're going to try and make an effort for Jabs. The Tombstone's dropped down. Well, with the TP in, he's got the X-Mark combo ready to settle down onto the Dragon Knight, into the boat and the Torrent. It's enough. They bring Jabs down.
Wow. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of refusing to believe that a Dragon Knight could die there. With treads, 2 bracers, and a raindrop. But not enough rotations coming through fast enough. Undying, of course, also typically does not level up that
Yatoro!
Oh my goodness.
A rare mistake there from Yatoro. He did not anticipate the burst coming in from the two of them there. I think he just didn't expect them to have both heroes ready to go, but steps up to the creep wave, low HP, and a combo from Q. Yatoro's back to base.
That was a lot cheaper than the rotation that was forced out of Spirit to grab their kill, I'll tell you that much. Oh, look at Collapse right now. He's on the hunt here. He's got his relic queued up right now.
He's going to go for this. They've got the setup. It's a good quick move there. X-Mark making sure that there's no escape from the Night Stalker. And now they can put some pressure onto the tier 1 mid. Good moves continue to be made here around Lul's Kunkka. Even 23 going to show up towards the mid. Okay, feels safe. He's got the Chemical Rage. So he's just going to turn up and start hitting creeps. Once the three of Spirit continue to hit onto the tower.
Radiant's bottom tower.
They're likely to still get it here with this blast of the Pugna. And they will. The tier 1 in the mid's taken. Same time down bottom, Aurora will get a tier 1 themselves with the push back on with Jabs and his Elder Dragon form.
I just don't know if I want to trade free farm right now if I'm Team Spirit. I feel like Aurora should be happy in this situation because we are basically just farming. Both teams are just getting what they want on the map right now. Now, with it being only a slight lead for Aurora and it being an Alchemist, you could argue that it's actually a little bit in Spirit's favor here. It's jumping towards this room, but we'll get back out. Laryl taking the invis. But, I mean, Collapse is trying to take advantage of this. A lot of people in pubs right now are going for this Radiance Rush on the offlane Night Stalker, and Collapse appears to be joining them. It's a really good item on the hero, obviously.
Sort of speed he can get it at. That's not bad farm so far from Collapse. And also just getting a lot of space. Aurora opting to play sort of the bottom half of the map right now. Supports, they have got their 6s. Q's hit 6. Ollie not quite. Quite with the level 6 on the Undying. Side of Spirit Mirror. Nearly level 7 on the Mirana. And 70% from Imposter as he helps Lal. Here's to clear out the Ancient stack. I'll get Lal towards what will be a very quick Orchid rush here. So just a couple more gold and he'll have the Orchid done on Kunkka. So even easier to come and set up and try and catch this puck.
Yeah, that's really scary. And I like that because if you're going to go for this Radiance on the Night Stalker, then of course we really want to be active on Lyle's Kunkka. So I'd like to see some smokes, and I want to see them hunting this this Alchemist. That's the bad games from Alch have been typically for us. It was Bat Riders hunting and finding him out of that support role, but I would love to see some smokes and some action in here, maybe get some wards down. Really trying, because you know where 23 Savages. Everyone knows where he is in the game right now. This is where every single Alchemist farms on their own dire side.
Is under attack.
But there is a cost. Obviously, if you make that big rotation and miss it, then you're going to be pretty upset.
Dire's top tower is under
That's the
attack.
Blink Dagger done on Jabs, so
Dire's structures
Aurora,
are
the four of them outside of 23's out, they can hunt for kills. Got a great combo, the lead in from the Dragon Knight into the follow-up damage coming in from Q's Kisses. Could look for some action here.
They come in and they moonlight there.
Top tower is under attack.
Not sure what they were eyeing up at the moment. Maybe it was just for the rune.
With that jump in and jump out, they're probably going to be aware that that Orchid is done now on Lal. So imagine Lorenov's going to be playing very cautiously to not get tripped up by that in the fights. So they will see the blink on Jabs here. That's used to get away from Yatoro. Mira's going to try with the chase. Arrow's not going to connect though. Aurora able to back off freely. 23 continuing to just get all the space in the world top with this attention that's being drawn elsewhere. Radiance into Blink. It's going to be coming out at pretty perfect timings.
And here he comes though. He wants to farm up a big stack that was left for him.
Or see if he can get it stacked again here. Has he got the time? Oh, he's not going to bother. Oh, okay, no. It was Yatoro sent in the illusions, yeah, to try and mess up any stacking going on. On the mid. Whilst this is happening, though, there's the combo. The lead in to the Kisses. Will kill anyone, even a tanky Kunkka early on. As Aurora can continue to swarm them out. They're making the move up towards top. He collapsed himself very close to the Radiance. Just 1,000 gold off the Talisman. But it does definitely feel that this early game, Aurora are getting a bit more of what they would hope to do as opposed to Spirit. 23 hitting some great timings on the Alchemist. 10k net worth, 13 minutes in.
Link down bottom.
In with the jump. And indeed an easy solo kill for him to be had there. 23. I mean, this Radiance Blink BKB timing, it doesn't get much better than what it's going to look like this game.
That's crazy. He just got that blink and the Ogre Axe is already done.
Now, this Auk's going to be a problem. And not just the Auk, as you said, jabs with the free farm DK early in the quick blink. Now, once he's got his next item after the blink dagger, there's going to be some difficult to kill heroes on Aurora's lineup.
I'm curious to see what Jabs goes for next.
Dire are scanning.
I mean, I could see an argument maybe for a Mage Slayer, but I'd rather just see him go big.
With the smoke, they'll take the Twin Gates top, Spirit. I know that someone's likely to be farming this area of the map. I mean, ideally for them, they probably would have hoped to find 23 Savage. It's not going to be the case, it's Jabs. They only have the two of them here.
I trust everyone was out.
And he has this
See if they can do it. The further backup's coming in now. They're using the moonlight to try and close in onto Jabs. But Jabs seems pretty aware of this. He's playing very deep. Is he going to stick around and farm this? No, he's going to stay hidden.
Radiant are scanning.
The torrent comes out. He knows that they're going to search for him like that with the torrent. And in fact, he'll put the dragon form. There's the four of them. Is he going to get any backup? I mean, TPs are coming in, but it's not going to be here soon enough. Jabs will fall. It looked like they were aware that that move was happening, but the rest of Aurora weren't ready to back up Jabs in time. So Jabs goes down. They're still sticking around, Spirit. 23. He's going to find Maposhka.
Tombstone the high ground.
I think that they'll have to leave Maposhka behind. Well, maybe I tries to heal up with the life drain, but the burst from Lorinoff kills him off. So Aurora will get one of the kills here on the chase down and return. The Collapse is still hovering around in the trees. Going in for 23, those a bit too tough of a task. Ollie's got eyes on Mirror.
Under attack.
The leaps are there. Spirit will back off.
Well, that Death on the DK will slow down his Manta, but he did get the Yasha purchased up there as he is indeed looking for some scaling. I mean, we've all seen these DKs, the Manta, the Eggs, the BKB. The build is set. If you don't need the Mage Slayer, ignoring it can be very nice. 30 Savage will do typical out farming of blowing yourselves up on the creep wave. Still a Wisdom Rune fermenting over there for the side of Team Spirit. Everyone wants to go grab it.
How's Yatoro's farm looking? He's on top of the Manta. Getting ready to, at least it's just making sure he has a TP out so he can get involved. Because he is level 12. Definitely can turn up to turn around fights around a good Song of the Siren. Especially so once he has the Orchid complete on top of the Manta. He'll likely want to get involved.
Yeah.
Radiant's
Gonna be some
middle tower is
messy
under
fights
attack.
coming up in their future, I feel like.
Dire's bottom
Hawk
tower
thinking of
is
a
under
potential
attack.
BKB.
I know someone's
Now-
here. Jabs, is he going to check it? On the high ground, he is.
Dire's bottom tower.
He's in with a jump stun, puts a stop to Collapse's attempted escape through the Twin Gates.
Immediate
Get the
enemy
kill.
has vision. No, dude, he just blinked.
And with that involvement as well, 23, that is what the BKB done and out to him. So now even if they are able to make a move Spirit and get on top of this Alchemist, he's likely to be able to BKB Chemical Rage and walk away. Or even stand his ground and fight back.
Yeah, that's the real threat, isn't it? The turn and burn here from this Alchemist. The items just keep on coming. God, this hero is so absurd sometimes. Almost at 15,000 gold right now.
Oh. And we'll find Lorinoff here. Oh, 23's going to jump in. He's in with a concoction onto the two of them. Lorinoff will get dragged back, so they'll lose the puck. 23 pots the BKB. Chemical Rage back up in a second. We'll see the song from Yatoro. As the BKB will come to an end from 23, so they'll be able to hold them back. Q jumps in, but Collapse, he's just completely destroying the backlines of Aurora. He's killed off the 2 supports. Self-concoction here from 23 is going to cause some issues for him as Yatoro closes in with a net. They kill him off as well. A kill for Yatoro. And they're not even done, potentially. Collapse, he's going in under the tier 2 tower. He's got his eyes on Jabs. Mira's got an arrow if he can find the angle for it. Starstorm comes in as well as the arrow. Collapse, kiting Jabs up. Jabs turns with the Dragon Tails down. Will actually get the kill here. And he's actually going to be able to walk away. Mira cannot commit in to try and finish that off. He does not have enough damage on his own. So Jab's able to rectify the end of that fight a little bit for Aurora. But overall, big stuff there for Spirit. Yatoro getting involved and being the one to get that kill against 23, taking down the Alchemist.
Yeah, and what's really important for a Naga Siren in those situations is the XP that you're getting too, because this is a hero that suffers a lot on experience, because her illusions are the ones that are farming everything. That's what lets her. But I mean, you look at the gap; it's like a 2-level gap between her and the Alchemist, because that's just what happens on this hero. So fights are a good way to try and rectify that for the hero. And another thing is, when we used to have the support Naga Siren, one of the things I always loved was playing it versus Pugna or versus Undying. And in this team, you just saw it right there, right? Like Pugna on your side, Undying on the other. It's really easy in those clutch moments to just get the song off, focus down that tombstone, and then just resume the fight right after. Because, I mean, Undying's, that's kind of all you got in these mid games is just some crazy tombstone fight. And Naga Siren can just eliminate that.
Yeah, the time that they attacked was perfect from Spirit, really, because it was within those last few seconds in which 23 didn't have Chemical Rage back up. You know, he had to wait a bit after he committed in with the BKB. And that meant he didn't have the Chemical Rage up for that initial jump where he got onto the back lines himself with a 2-man concoction, therefore just didn't have the attack speed to actually get any of the kills to start things off quickly for Aurora.
And they got the best possible target of Lord off just before finishing off this BKB, which of course would have changed that entire engagement, so he wouldn't have been dealing with that Orchid the entire time. Let's see who gets this shard for the side of Aurora. It will be Ollie. So do your best tombstone saves.
Dire are scanning.
Smoke time for the Spirit. Aurora might need those saves because another team fight's going to be heading their way.
Ulti is ready here from Collapse as we're just into daytime right now. The newly upgraded Sange helps out a little bit on a hero like Night Stalker who wants to keep on moving.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Are scanning.
Oh,
Jump,
20 damage.
23. He's got the BKB, but again, the Chemical Rage isn't there for a few seconds, so he's got to be careful. They use the X mark onto me. In fact, on my post could have hold him a bit of awkward spot, but it's fine. He doesn't mind. He's still going to be safe as they back off as a team, regroup, take down the tombstone. Now turn their attention towards Lal. They've got him with the Dragon Tail, but he has got BKB if he can get it off, and he can. The BKB's there. The song as well from Yatoro, allowing Team Spirit to back off and get out of this fight.
Is there any more chase coming out here? It doesn't look like it. I think they're just going to get on back. And Collapse did grab that Wisdom Rune, kick things off there. I mean, that's what 23 Savage was doing. He's like, yeah, I know there's a fight here, but I don't want to give up the Wisdom Rune for free. And unfortunately, he had to.
Can Aurora catch something in return now that they know that Spirit have backed off and split up? They will. They'll find Lal. Quick smoke in response after that fight fell apart as they look towards the mid lane, get a kill, and should be able to prep some pressure onto the tier 1.
Yeah, you can hope they can just knock this down very easily now, so very good stuff here from them. And does Jabs have anything towards this BKB right now, or no, not quite?
Radiant's middle tower.
Presumably that's coming out next for him.
I'll take that.
I guess, would the Ags be better? I don't know. BKB might be too important first.
Oh, Mira! Jabs has got him.
Nice.
See if Mira can play their way out with the leaps. They've got a couple of them. But Jabs has got his blink, of course. And there will be no further leaps. Oh, apart from that one. But beyond that, there isn't.
That was...
Oh, the hero, though! He's still alive.
Adios, payasos.
You know, he's making space here, Mira. He makes Jabs work for it, but Jabs will get what he came for.
That was a Tormentor leap. Because they killed the Tormentor, the shard went to Mira, and he gained the leap
I wonder why I was
charge.
so confused. I was like, well, that's the last leap. And like, oh, apparently it wasn't. I'm wrong. That's funny. Dude, that would have been mega mega clutch though if that happened in a scenario where it actually got saved because of that extra charge.
Yeah, I heard your brain explode there in the moment.
Another leap, okay. Those tormentors. Yeah, gotta watch out for that. That could actually happen in a clutch moment and save someone. That'd be insane. Didn't happen there.
Not
Mira
today.
still dies.
Almost.
Calming
Back
down
to
a bit
farming
now.
we go, huh?
Yeah, it is. I mean, I think, with the gold as it is, your Toro is not that far behind 23's out. It's not a huge lead that 23 has anymore. The Toro, with his involvement in the last few moves, has very much caught his game up, and he's in a great spot. And this Naga Siren is exactly sort of the net worth that you would hope to be at, and beyond that, 24 minutes in. He's well on the way to getting his Bloodthorn completed. Meaning the next time round in these fights, if they can find the target set up around the song, they will tear through the zeros. It's been a few fights now. Obviously, the BKB is being used by 23 Savage. It's starting to fall down, and it's going to go down to the 6th second after the next usage. And that means it's going to be a lot harder for him to find his time in the fights. Because I feel that's one thing that Spirit can do really nicely. That they've got the means to prolong the fights. They can step out, step in. And they can also keep one another safe with the heal from the Pugner and the rum from Kunkka.
And that's one big problem with Lornov being so dependent on his BKB as well. He hasn't got a chance to even use it yet. It's still 9 seconds. But now there's a Bloodthorn and an Orchid. Like, you are going to get silenced when that thing runs out. They're going to smoke up. They're coming through quite a few heroes here from Aurora.
Oh, and they've got eyes on 23. The silence is there. 23 is holding off on the BKB. He's going to be dropped into the Tombstone. They'll kill the Tombstone off. He's caught by the silence. Now the BKB will come out. They'll turn towards Mira. They'll get the kill onto Mira so they can get more. Kisses coming in. 23 trying to stay on top of Yatoro. He's found his target. He's in onto the Naga Siren. Yatoro tries to step away, holds him back with the ensnares, attempting to hide in the trees, but Jazz blinks in and finds him. This is the fight that Aurora are hoping for, and a fight as well that Team Spirit walks straight into. They go through the gate, and I don't think they're going to be wanting to do that anytime soon again, as it's a team wipe. Each and every one of them go down. They're going to lose to Roche as well. That was a painful move from Spirit that's going to cost them big time, Trent.
What a clutch stun from Jabs. I think that song gets out. Like, the BKBs were out. I think they might have got everyone out of there. If we watched this replay.
They wanted to full commit for this fight. They see 23 at the start.
How about that,
honestly, but anything, just stuff like the Tombstone save, and the fact that 23 was very reserved with how he used his BKB. He didn't pop it immediately. He was very patient with it, to the point that maybe Spirit were like, well, you know what, we got a chance. We can get this out. We can deal with him. He played it very, patient in that fight, and
the arms are going up.
Yeah.
And the stun was there. I think they get all 3 of those cores out if that song goes off. I mean, maybe he burns down to Radiance, but I don't even think that. I think he probably escapes. Yeah, and that, like you said, that was so clutch. To not BKB in a panic there as all those heroes come down the ramp, and he just waits and holds and actually allows Ollie to get off this Tombstone. Like, this save is bad. It is a really short save for an Undying that only has Force Staff and no Aether Lens or something. So, very, very much believing in his teammate there.
No, it really was. Yeah, it really was well played from them overall, and now they've got the leads once again at 6k advantage. They take a tier 2 bottom, and they're finding kills still. They're able to get the jump in onto Miposhka. Yatoro's got the song. The last few kisses not going to connect, so Miposhka will continue his retreat. We'll see if Lornov wants to chase. Oh, he certainly does. Oh, the TP out. They see him. The coil's there. They'll catch Miposhka.
Well, it was feeling close for a while, wasn't it? I mean, this can all go back the other way for sure with the August Hour draft and like one good team fight, particularly if you manage to get into the Aghanim Scepter for Kunkka, which Lyro's close to. And we have seen that turnaround games before in combination with the Naga Song. But right now, Aurora are just grabbing the reins right now, and they don't want to let up.
Definitely, if Spirit can't find some sort of way to regain control in this game, that moment through the Twin Gates will be the point that they'll be looking back to on this game.
And again, they need a win here. try and get some semblance of safety in this group stage.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Collapse, gonna run into Lorenov here. Really does not want to use his BKB.
Lorenov's going to be fine. Jumps out with a BKB. Of course, incredibly necessary when you're playing this matchup against the Night Stalker. Yatoro's farming pretty deep here. They're going to see if they can find him. He did step up underneath the vision. Farming that camp there underneath the wall. Can he get out? He's caught by the silence. He's caught by the stun. He's not getting out. They get him. Playing a bit too risky there with the point of the map that he was in, and it cost him. He's out for a minute.
I mean, that right there is just so worth going this Orchid build as well, you know? Maybe not going for something a little more standard, like the Ags are straight into the BKB, but that extra aggression and recognizing that he was already pretty damn tanky with the damage that's available on Team Spirit. Just wants to try and secure them a couple more kills, just like that. Jabs immediately goes top to push the other way with his illusions while they pressure mid with 23 and Ollie backing him up. This is a total squeeze happening. They're trying to put pressure on the bottom lane with Maposhko throwing out these Nether Blasts, so they are getting something as Team Spirit.
23 is going to see what sort of reaction they can get here. Knocking on the high ground. He's got this AC, still got a minute and a half left on the Aegis. Spirit are going to have to do something to slow down this push. As well.
There is no DK ulti.
Buildings are falling. Fortification comes out. Got the X-Mark combo, but again, it's into this Aegis and into a potential BKB and, of course, into a potential Tombstone save. It's not easy to go on this Alchemist. I'll take the tower. No reset for now here, Aurora. Play it safe.
Gem being passed around here, it looks like. Guess I heard one.
Well, I like this as well. I imagine what 23 is going to be giving this first Ags to Jabs, right?
I'll take that.
Yeah. That's got to be the play because he's picking up the full Bloodthorn.
You know what I mean? If you give your DK a free Aghanims, I mean, you're making a broken hero even more broken. You know, this is fantastic for Jabs. Oh, and he's getting a free Ags this game.
Yeah, I think if like Lorenov could have theoretically gone into like a Maelstrom build as well, that also would have been really strong to get like the free Ags, then immediately into Mjolnir, and that's also really good. But the DK is clearly the super solid one.
Yeah. Super insane. When you get this amount of farm, I mean, Jabs is already having great farm this game, so getting gifted sort of a 4,200 gold item on top of that, which is, it's done. The Ags is there.
Imagine he just passes off someone else right now.
Wait, where's the Ags? I saw him. He just purchased it, right?
Yeah, it must be on his courier. Did he?
Oh yeah, he just picked up the point boost, of course. Yeah, it's coming out in the courier. Yeah, to send it over to the secret shop. It's going to have to take quite a flight to get there, though, because it's going up towards the Twin Gates, and of course, at the same time, they've just gone down towards the bottom. So we'll take have to cross the map to get there. Ooh, Mira actually going to get away there.
Dire's
did
middle
catch
tower
him.
is under attack.
There we go, the courier. Through the Twin Gate now, over towards 23. And give that Ag
Jabs.
to Jabs. Free Ags for the Dragon Knight. Beautiful.
Did ulti already though. You know, what a waste. All right, a smoke up here from Team Spirit. They're trying to find something in this game. Lorenov, he's still depending on the BKB. So
they catch him with the torrent. Ooh, that was a cheeky one there from Lau. Gets him with a blind torrent.
23 Savage not messing around at all. BKB TP. Get me out.
Dire's middle tower.
So what they can do with this push, they still have a bit of a creep wave mid, despite the fact that Jabs was trying to cut the creeps with his illusions. Fortification as well, trying to keep them alive.
They saw the BKB, right? I mean, they can poke high ground. They have Torrent Storm.
And they could get some damage done here. 50 seconds until Lorenov's back.
Collapse showing on that bottom lane might give them a little bit of a thought of resistance here as Aurora.
Yeah, the Tombstone seems to be enough as well. They pop that down, and Team Spirit won't try pushing in towards that. They'll settle with the kill, taking the tier 2, getting the waves back in a bit of a better spot for them.
And another tier 2 up top by the looks of it here is Aurora are going to be focused on grabbing their Tormentor. And Jabs, again, getting a free boost. He now gets the Fireball.
He's living the great life here. Playing DK, getting free farm, getting a free Ags, getting a free Ag shard. Those two pickups have put him up to the same farm pretty much as his Tauros Naga Siren.
Yeah, can we get a Moon Shard here maybe? 23, you know, he's a little bit busy.
Let's see what he's... I mean, 23, because next up, he's got the Overwhelming Blink queued. And then I imagine he will farm the Ags as well for the puck. Right, that is going to be next up on the shopping list, surely.
I mean, looking at his inventory, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, Lauren's going for the... What's he going for next? He's going for the Maelstrom, right? Yeah, he's got the Maelstrom queued up. Yeah, don't make the puck farm his own Ags. Give him one as well.
He worked hard this game. He had to buy a BKB early. It wasn't a fun game to be a puck. Only 3 deaths is kind of impressive, considering how even it was and how early that Orchid came out from Kunkka. Plus a collapsed Night Stalker.
Top lane, Jabs. He's found himself a tasty treat.
Yo, this dragon looks sick.
Dude, I was going to say, this is an insane dragon set.
That looks
Very
so
cool. With like the golden tipped wings. There we go. That's why he gets the free Ags. You know, 23 is like, I want you to look glorious here.
Yeah.
I've got to make sure you show off your fancy cosmetics. Get that Ags upgrade on you.
We love pay to win. I mean, you're just going to play better when you have this.
I'm paying for that dragon set right now.
Ah.
I got to get this one.
Of course, you got to get Nagnums first.
That's true. I've got to get an Alk on my team. Tell him to farm me one.
I hear Slacks likes to do that, so. Slaps, jumps in.
He's kind of on his own. I can't push for it. At least can push for, again, the BKB charge. Out of Laurenov.
Roshan's up. Are we feeling bold here?
I mean, Aurora's surely going to try and tackle this. They're in the area. It doesn't go super quickly down to Spirit, so Aurora's going to bring the battle.
Where is that gem on the Dire? Is it still at the base? Oh, there we go. Thank you, Mira's got it. Oh, that's on the Radiant. What happened to the Dire gem? Oh, did he lose it? Oh, he did. I didn't even realize. My bad.
Spirit.
Oh, that's huge because they're walking right through vision.
Well, they're going to smoke up and try and get kills before they look for the Roshan. They're coming in with the wraparound collapse. Got his eyes on the back line.
His smoke popped.
Here we go. Ready to go in. Leading in with the vision advantage for sure. I mean, the Aurora's trying to hide in the trees and set things up. 23's trying to clear out some of the illusions. They continue to wrap around their Team Spirit. They'll look towards 23. They'll come in with the silence. They'll start leading in with the illusions. They get the arrow connection as well onto 23. Kisses are coming out, but Spirit continue to be very careful how they enter into this fight. They're not full committing onto any of the heroes yet. And they know Chemical Rage is going to come to an end on 23 in a few seconds. Does still have a BKB to rely on, though. They've found their way over towards Q. They've caught the Snapfire. Arrow connects. Q's gone. Has got buyback available if they feel that it's necessary for this Roshan fight.
I mean, they still have Song right now, and you're running out of Dragon. This
managed to stall this fight pretty good. But there's the jump again, Jabs. He's going to go with the blink stun on towards Mirror, but the Decrepify's there. Mirror's able to step away. He's fine. Silence out onto 23. Collapse gets in on top of the Alchemist. 23's into the Tombstone. If he can get out with the BKB, Chemical Rage is back up. He's still keeping his cool, holding onto his BKB here, 23. He's turning towards Lal. He's tearing through this Kunkka. Lal's going to straight up die. The song's there. The concoction was out. Laurenov got the Dream Coil off as well, controlling Yatoro a little bit. As Yatoro is going to try and run, but the blink forwards there from 23. Collapse gets back in to try and keep them off for Yatoro. Collapse, he's been able to help bring down 23. 23's out for 80 seconds. The buyback in from Lal. Spirit doing everything they can to keep the edge here in this fight. They've had to commit with the 2 buybacks. But they're in a scenario now where there's no Alchemist. Collapse, he's ready to go in again, potentially. He's got his eyes on them.
That was an arrow from downtown that hits Jabs to help get that kill.
They're trying to get the pullback here with the wave. Jabs, he jumped in over towards the back lines looking for Mapushka, but the glimmer's there. Mapushka's going to be fine. Jabs turns towards here. The boat comes crashing in upon him. 23's in with the buyback. It's a 2-man concoction, but 23's got to be careful. 5 seconds until Chemical Rage.
The save's back up now. They have Tombstone again. They got to get down this Nether Ward. What did they have left on the Radiant after all of this, though? Song back up in 20 seconds? The Shard is even there for the reset, too.
I mean, can they go again?
Mangoes are being munched.
23 brought back, but he may be able to get the Aegis. He's going for the Roshan. As soon as the darkness is out, though, they back away. Collapse with the Dark Ascension, ready to go once more. Making sure that this sort of perpetual fight around the Roshan continues. Aurora holding the high ground around the Twin Gate, and Jabsy's in. Again, trying to burst through Miposhka, but once more, Miposhka's getting saved. He's going to be able to duke it off. Finally, he dies. The Kiss is coming in big time. Collapse. Taking heavy damage here from the Kisses. The Song's out from Yatoro. Lal's trying to bounce away with the Ogre Seal Totem. Yatoro bails out with the TP. Oh, no. But Jabs, he'll find Lal. Lal will not be able to TP out of this one. As Aurora's persistence pays off, they get into the Roshan pit, and this Rosh will be theirs.
Man, what a terrifying fight to be a part of for both teams, honestly. That was just a complete nail-biter there, wondering exactly how they were going to try and draw that back out, see if you could try and fight through the Song. Always worried about when it was going to come back out, too, because the BKBs got used relatively early. But they win it all in the end, and Yadro gets a scythe, unfortunately, right after that fight. Probably could have gotten, like, 3 uses out of that in that previous engagement. Oh, speaking of 3, there's also 3 bounty runes right next to him here. In case you want to try and find a buyback for some of these allies.
Top tower is under attack.
Also, that fight was going on for so long. There's still the Wisdom Rune from 4 minutes ago on Spirit side.
Oh, yeah.
Available for pickup here from Aurora.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
And they know that there's 40 seconds now, no Lal, with him committing the buyback to try and get that last fight in favor of Spirit. Spirit, they weren't successful, and now Aurora's up to the base. Oh, they're going to turn him with that. Catch it with the Hex here. The Tombstone safe. They're going to keep the Aegis safe for now. Comes in clutch, makes sure the 23 doesn't lose his first life yet. As he's onto the barracks. The melee rank's taken. Yatoro's got to be careful. Jabs. He goes for Miposhka every single time. They're trying to keep Miposhka alive. They'll manage to save him again. But the space has been made for the racks to be taken. Cookie trying to keep him safe from this first initial jump from Spirit. It's going to be Puck in trouble. Lauren is able to get the BKB off. He jumped in. The BKB's there. Doesn't matter. He'll still die after he comes out of the phase shift. And now with the respawn of Lal, they're going to immediately try and chase for more, see if they can catch anything else. But the rest of Aurora, they're all out. They got what they came for. They got the top racks. They lose Lauren off, but everybody else is back to safety.
All right, so in the end, still gains for the side of Aurora, but definitely not the ender that maybe we were hoping for with an Aegis and a cheese. Trying to find like a good dieback or something to really cement solid pressure into a second lane. They weren't able to get in this one.
Clear sailing
And this is
now.
going to give a window for them to grab a couple of the neutrals around as we get an Ancient Guardian here on Collapse. He's found himself a lot of flat damage. You know, as you do with like the Radiance build into the Nullifier and stuff. And then with your ulti as well, you get this crazy bonus damage. The attack speed's just not quite there. Yeah, someone get this guy a Hyperstone or something.
Spirit. 30 seconds, no Puck to worry about. Does this mean they can push in? They get the Hex. You know, Yatoro's starting to tease around a bit with 23 in the mid. See what they want to move towards next. Aurora. Still got plenty of time left with the Aegis. 2 minutes left for 23. Indeed, he was thinking about the overwhelming blink, thinking about the refresher, but I prefer this. Yeah, screw all that. Just get another Aghanims. Get yourself an Aghanims in line for the Puck. He's got a Mjolnir. Get that Puck and Aghanims ASAP. That's going to be the plan here from 23.
It's just so helpful for him too because he can try and get this Lincoln's finished as well. He doesn't have to worry about buying it.
Yeah.
Buying the Axe for himself because he really needs it. It's very hard to play this game.
Both teams just waiting out for the next set of items. Clap's trying to farm his way towards the butterfly. Lal looking for that Wind Waker so he can be a bit more elusive in the team fights.
Yadro too. They're trying to make these fights really annoying to play.
Yeah, he's rather close. How far is Yatoro away? Just 1,800 gold away from having his own Wind Waker. So all about prolonging the fight. The problem is going to be whether that does work in their favor because Aurora's damage output is absolutely stepping up now that the Ags Mjolnir is online for Lorenoff. It's a lot of damage. Much more of a chance that they can get in and kill off whoever they get the initial jump on with jabs.
He has that
Ready to
gem as
start with the
well.
push.
One on Mira here too. Lots of invis to worry about on that dire side. We got glimmers. We got the trickster cloak as well. 123 savage. Havoc hammer here for jabs. We'll see if he can make some sweet plays with it.
'23's in. See what sort of a reaction they get out of Spirit. I mean, the push is coming in pretty hard. With the Hex, but the range racks are gone. Jabs able to continue to just keep poking at the barracks here with the illusions. 23 back in to help finish it off. He will get pulled back by the tidal wave. Doesn't matter though. It's perfectly safe to push in, take the barracks, and back off. They get another set of objectives.
Maposhka went for something a little risky here too. He did finish up that Agnes. He had it queued up for a while, but he went for the full purchase. Does not have that defensive item still. No Aeon Disc or something. And obviously with jabs constantly jumping him, there's a good chance he just dies before he gets a chance to use it. But if he isn't able to target Maposhka, we're going to see some interesting stuff come out here, because obviously it's just kind of non-stop. And I don't know, maybe he's going to try like some cheeky nether ward plays. I don't know, we don't see it all too often, especially versus the snapfire, so probably not. But the idea of the spell damage decrease is kind of interesting.
Let's see if he gets a chance to make use of that, and if it does end up having an impact in these fights.
The debuff lasts 8 seconds. That's kind of crazy. Like, if you just get that for a couple seconds on someone like a Puck, like, stopping all that spell damage that he's outputting is kind of insane. Especially with this build, right? We'll see. It's a very hard thing to keep track of exactly how much of an impact it's having. Collapse. He's going to lead the charge here. This jump's so important. Where's that scythe from Yadro? He's leading the charge. The scythe is there.
They're going to get the jump in on him. They've found 23. They've got him with the Hex. They've got him with the bow. Is there any save? There isn't. 23's out.
He's got no buy.
He's out
30
for
seconds.
2 minutes. He does not have the buyback gold. Sure, it's still on cooldown, but it's only on cooldown for 25 seconds.
All right, there's 4 bounties top. Go. Will that get him 672 gold? I don't think so.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, we'll get him close, but yeah, 2 minutes, no out. They get the jump on him.
I mean, you know, sometimes you're just an observer sitting on a high ground, right?
I mean, this push is going to be pretty brutal. They can get the mid-rack, surely. Oh, Jabs is going to try and put a stop. In fact, they're in with the jump and the damage coming out for this Puck. Oh, my goodness. The good old Aghanims Mjolnir Puck just immediately evaporates your Toro.
It just goes right back. What are we doing here?
Okay, it's
what are these carry players doing?
I mean, he gave up his buyback gold to give the Puck the Aghanims, and it was absolutely worth it, Trent. It works out.
There was.
You know what I mean? Doesn't matter, he doesn't have buyback. His Puck's got an Aghanims and makes short work of the enemy carrier. Toro's dead.
Look at that Puck damage.
Wow.
All right, well, I guess we're going to wait for Roche now. I would say from both teams. That is so ridiculous. Both teams lost without their big carry. Certainly going to need that Wind Waker here from Laryl to try and help out so that Yadro has a chance to use his own. Maposhka in really deep now. Glimmer TP. We'll get out.
Let's see what they want to go for here. 2 minutes till Roche.
I can't believe that. An immediate Alec death into Naga death. Both teams just want to keep this one rolling by the looks of it. They're just having too much fun. Bit of late game Dota here as we now have a BKB picked up from Yadro.
Are scanning.
He's got everything he can to try and save himself. The BKB, the Disperser, the Manta, the Wind Waker. But it's just they need someone to help him out getting just saved from that initial lockdown, that initial jump. Because if they do catch him in that, we've seen how quickly he dies if he's not able to press the buttons.
I want to keep an eye on Collapse in this next fight and see how he utilizes the refresh on the ulti. Because like with the BKBs and everything, that early control, getting yourself like doubling crippling fear and stuff could be really nice. And it's a nighttime start fight, right? So you get the full 12 seconds of night or of crippling fear if you utilize it with the Dark Extension, which is pretty insane. See if he can hold it until he's already cast some spells. Gonna find Ollie first here.
Collapse. Who's going to get the jump on who? Smoke still persisting here for Spirit.
They have the ward on the high ground from Aurora.
He's dealing with the illusions. Jabs. Sending in his own to try and frontline and get some information for the team. See where these Naga Siren illusions are coming from.
Trying not to get hexed again here. There's no buyback on that Naga Siren. No buyback on the Alchemist. Alchemist only 150 gold away, though. And they're getting out.
Off. They don't want to be here anymore, Spirit.
Yeah, their positioning was not great. They were kind of all trapped in.
And Roshan is back up the moment that they decided to abandon this area. So this will be a very free Rosh here for Aurora.
Maposhka's pinging mid, saying, hey, we could try and pressure in case it's a really late Rosh spawn, but now they're going to hear the roar.
Who's taking this axe?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Is Ollie going to keep this one? Or do you want it for the snap, have an extra bit of save?
I think probably the snap. I feel like you can do so many cool plays with it, with like creep waves and stuff. Especially when you're sieging.
Well, Ollie says it's mine.
Okay.
He's like, you want one Q? Tell 23s to start working on it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, you're playing against, 3 melee heroes, so you're getting off the big decays in these fights. And if he starts to ramp up and starts to survive... It's true, yeah, as long as you don't instantly die. Which, to be fair, he's only died 3 times this game. They haven't really been able to kill him or feed off him that much at all, so... Aurora, Ollie could get a lot of stacks off.
Oh, collapse. A much-needed item here, as he very slowly moves at 330 movement speed in the, in the daytime here and no boots, but he has the basher. He's built up all this attack speed. He's got a crazy amount of damage. Just needs to roll a couple lucky bashes here. So Maposhka and Mira are really deep in enemy territory. But Maposhka, he's just farming.
Vanish!
Gold from my
Behold!
I think for Spirit, it's going to be a case of waiting for that high ground defense, and they're going to have to come in big with it because it's their last set of barracks that are going to be threatened here by Aurora. Bringing the
catching these waves, right? Like, look how they're spread across the map and killing these creep waves.
How about they didn't get this one?
Yep.
There's one that got past them, and one they only need one here, Aurora.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I think collapsing gets spotted there. Oh, they could very easily scout out this tree line, though, between Illusory Orb and DK ulti. He has to be careful if he wants to play this way. He also can't do the double refresh that, not as well, because it is a daytime fight.
I mean, Spirit, Yatoro's trying to do his best to wrap the barrack stop. We'll see if we continue with this, because at the moment it looks like the mega creeps are going to be guaranteed to be coming out. The arrow connects onto 23, but it's going to get caught by the silence, but Lorinov jumps in. The mega creeps, they'll be coming out. As the barracks are taken, can Spirit make Aurora pay in any shape or form for this?
He's got mid too.
He did clean up the mid, he cleaned up the top.
Cancel DKTP? No, they can't. He BKB'd.
Oh, collapse. Was nearly able to cancel the TP of Lorinov, but Lorinov sees him chasing him and blinks out. 23, BKB TP, as you say, is going to keep him fine. So all things considered, the mega creeps were probably inevitable. So Yatoro just able to make the best out of a bad situation there and at least get a couple of sets of racks himself.
Yeah, and imagine if they had managed to get like a lucky bash. Like, let's say he was on top of something like Jabs and he went for that and he's able to get the bash off. Maybe even able to take down a couple more structures there. There's an amplified damage rune up top here. Doesn't look like they're going to see it for Yadro, though, unfortunately. But Lorinov will be... Oh my god, he would do so much damage with this.
The real problem now for Spirit is going to be the fact that Aurora, with how big they are at this stage, it's kind of at the point they could probably just walk up, start hitting the tier 4s, hitting the Ancient, and it's not going to be easy for Spirit to peel them off them.
What is going to happen when he pops this and Dream Coils someone? Like, are they just dead right now?
He's holding back on it for now. He won't drop it yet. The coil. Spirit, what are they going to do? This is going to be a tough defense. They're on to the tier 4s. Who goes in first on Spirit? Somebody's got to do something. They're
using the Nether Ward here from the safety of the smoke.
It's working. Aurora's backing off a little bit. Dragon form coming to an end. He'll be back up in 15 with the thanks to that Octarine. Lots of money as well. He's got the luxury of picking up that Moon Shard before they go again here, Jabs, if he wants to. Still easily have buyback gold in 100 or so. Just 100 gold and he's got it.
Can Yadro purchase himself out of this situation in any way? Maybe the Ags next? Go for an Ags then? I think that would be pretty helpful.
And Aurora? So they just want to get their next items done before they really go to try and commit to end the game. I mean, Lorenoff's very close to having his Arcane Blink. Jabs, didn't he just get the Moon Shard swallowed up? Still has the buyback on top of it. Q's trying to get a Wind Waker. Lotus Orbs next on the list for Ollie. Spirit will just remain held in the base. Ready to give their all in protecting the tier 4s and the Ancient.
And at this point, as Team Spirit, you're kind of looking for the one shot. You know that it's going to be pretty difficult to pull this one back. You're going to have to wait for not only a one fight, but then buybacks as well from Aurora. But the nuisance of Naga just got a lot worse. Minus 10-second cooldown there on the mirror image. Drastically increasing the production of these illusions. This is a hero that can certainly handle megas. At least compared to others. Top lane, though. Jabs.
Smoke as well. I mean, Jabs is going to see if he can get the jump on Yatoro. It's difficult with the illusions out. Can he make the right call? He's in. He's got the Air Dragon Tail. They've got the opening onto Yatoro. But the Moonlight Shadow's there. He's able to get the freedom to Wind Waker back towards the safety of his teammates. He'll be fine. They've got an X mark onto Jabs. They'll try and pull him back with the Tidal Wave. Do they have the damage? They've got the Hex, but the jumps in onto Yatoro. Yatoro has to BKB and run. He has to BKB immediately as soon as the Dream Coil comes out. The Torrent Storm's there. Spirit trying to hold back this attempt from Aurora, but still the stun comes on the mirror. Yatoro's got the song. They step up. Let's look to set up by taking out the Tombstone. And they're going to look to try for Jazz, but the timing's not there with the song and the arrow. They don't hit the stun. Yatoro's going to get caught. Yatoro's out of the game. He has buyback available. So he can buy back. Collapse. Going to use it straight away. Collapse. He's killed off one of the backlines. Now he's going to turn towards Jabs. Gets the bash off. Jabs going to get cookied over to the side here in an attempt to break him out of the combo. The Spirit attempt to drop down on him. They turn with the Breathe Fire onto Yatoro. Wind Waker back to safety. Leading in again. Collapse. Ready to go for round 2. It's going to be cautious. Aurora, they're still grouped up with the 5 of them. The extra Tombstone taken out. They continue to clear up the high ground. Spirit will manage to succeed in pushing back Aurora. Maybe not, because Jabsy's in again. He's going to make the jump forward. They're bringing down Miposhka. Miposhka's out of the game. Buyback immediately. They're poking and prodding here very carefully, Aurora. Getting these buybacks out one by one from Team Spirit. See if Jabs is ready to go again. 23. He's going to give it a shot. Concoction out. Onto Lal. The tier 4 starting to take heavy damage. As Jabs is in with the push. Collapse. We'll see when he's ready to go again. Still has to wait the 30 seconds until his BKB's back up. Really needs that if he wants to make the jump onto the back lines. They've just got to hope that they can stall a little bit longer. Moonlight Shadow out once again here for Spirit. Jump forward from Lorenoff. not going to get tripped up. The orb's out. Back to safety. There's the jump though. They're going to be able to get the catch on towards Mirror at the front of it all. Mirror's out, but the buyback's there. The boat comes in onto the two of them. They'll look towards Jabs. Can they bring down the Dragon Knight? They can't. The BKB's there. Big tidal wave drags them back. They have to use the song to run. They actually managed to keep everyone alive there, Spirit. As they keep pushing themselves to the limits just to try and keep this game alive. But there's the jump at 20 yards. To decrepify the Glimmer the Pipe. It's going to keep Collapse alive. They save Collapse. Spirit doing an impeccable job of keeping one another alive against this relentless onslaught here from Aurora. Collapses in with the BKB.
Tombstone.
He's going to be able to get it. The stun's there as well. The cookie's out. Onto Jabs. Gets him back. Jumping back.
Onto the real Naga Siren.
Foliator's been caught. The Wind Waker comes in. If they got anything else to help saving the tidal wave, will push back. Aurora, as Spirit continue to keep everyone and their hopes alive here. The tier 4's fall. The Ancient is exposed. As Spirit remains strong in doing everything they can to stop Aurora from closing this game out.
And there's still so many buybacks left on the Dire, but they're going to leave. They say that we managed to clear up these tier 4s. Take a breather here. It's almost 60 minutes. So on the plus side, you know, you didn't lose anyone, but you did let Spirit make it to tier 5 neutrals. And can they find something? Because, I mean, that's where the gap can get a little bit close in these instances. And
here we go.
Of course, classic play. Get your Midas. Immediately find these neutrals.
Let's see what they can find, both teams. See what crazy stuff. I mean, what's the hot stuff? What's top of the list that you'd be hoping for on some of these heroes?
I mean, we have the AoE Dragon Tail. Oh, wait. It's still, I mean, it's not perfect with the Mirror Shield then, I guess, huh? Because you could target someone next to them. But that's been pretty clutch. As they grab the Roche, which means... what do we got here? Ags is put on the snap. Yep, okay, so we got that on there as well. Thank you very much.
What's your Toro going to take? He's
Focus
considering...
Shadows, I think, would be really good this game. Like, with the Wind Wakers in combination.
Ooh, and Toro, he'll get the Stygian. So he just wants to make sure that when they get in with the Hex during the storm, that they can actually have the damage to kill someone. Stygian, of course, as well for Lorenoff. That's a pretty dirty one there. The right clicks from this puck, from that Dream Coil, are going to be insane.
Oh, Jabs. He went for the Unwavering Condition.
Oh, I've never seen anybody take that.
It just got
Hell
buffed.
yeah.
Wait,
okay.
What? Okay, so he has the crazy armor. And he's got 95. So what's his magic resistance? 97% right now.
97% magic resistance. Okay.
Okay, now
I did see, do you know how much HP he had before he picked it up? Like, how much HP did he trade for this?
He must have had like 3,000 something. 5K, yeah, it would have to be humongous.
Let's see if this pays off. Indeed, magic does not touch this dragon. Physical damage, however, it can.
When this item came out, I tested some things and it was funky.
Jabs is in. They're looking for Yatoro. Yatoro's in trouble. He puts the BKB. He's up in the air for now. Can they get him back to safety? No, he's out of the game. Yatoro's gone. Aurora, they're onto the Ancient. Looking to close and collapse. He's killing off the backlines. He's found Dolly. But they keep pushing on. The stun's onto 23. They have fortification. Collapse. He can kill off 23 the once. That's the Aegis gone. He's going to look to Jabs. Jabs, he's only got 1800 HP. It doesn't matter. He may die, but the game is over. Aurora will get the victory.